Hello, family and friends. Joy Reitzel here. I'm here to finish our conversation. I had asked you about if you knew that you could help someone or a child or someone close to you, a relative, from being in danger or endangering themselves in any way, or if you could help them improve their health or keep them healthy and keep them safe. Would you want to do that? I did ask that question before. Well, I brought that up because we all have someone in our lives that we care about. You may have children or know others that have children that you may also care about, okay, and know about and love. So we all have someone we care about. But we want to help others. We want to protect the ones we love and keep them safe. I brought this up because I want to carry on the conversation. I talked with you earlier on a previous show about the dangers of artificial dyes, food coloring, artificial synthetic chemicals in our foods. I'm bringing this up because in our society, we know that our diet, which is very sad, our sad American diet, it is sad because of ultra processed foods. I want us to focus on ultra processed foods. That is in the children's foods that they're consuming, such as chocolate syrup, chips, cookies, candy, cold medicine, chips, salad dressings, all types of cereals, chocolate syrup, different things that children are consuming, and even adults that are harming their bodies and they don't even realize that it's harming them. But well, it can stop now. It can stop today just with knowledge, knowing and learning about the dangers of artificial red dyes, artificial food coloring, synthetic chemicals, okay? Things that are man-made, not for the body, not made for the body to consume, which is what the body doesn't even recognize because it's not real. I'm here because I want you to be knowledgeable more about how to protect the ones you love, protect your children, and protect others from dangerous chemicals in our foods, okay? And we see nowadays in today's society what is happening with so many children having so many behavioral issues, hyperactivity issues, okay? All types of problems behaviorally is due to the fact of what they are consuming, what's in their foods, the artificial food coloring, the artificial food dyes, synthetic chemicals that are harming the body. I want to share with you more about what's actually happening in the body, what goes on in the body when these types of chemicals are consumed by our children, by our loved ones, but even by ourselves, even as adults. Okay, I'm focusing on particularly red 40. That's a very common, very dangerous food coloring that's in lots of foods, lots of children's foods. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, the chips, the candies, the cookies, the cereals, the syrups, all types of foods. Okay. Even like I said, cold medicine, salad dressing. Okay. That we need to be more aware of. So red 40, what it does is in the body, it damages, is a potential rather, has the potential to damage DNA. And also even have the potential for, has some risk for causing cancer and just harmful, all types of chronic conditions in the body. And also, obviously, it disrupts the brain function. It could cause behavioral issues, hyperactivity, like I mentioned earlier, in young children. We see that a lot from what they're consuming, the artificial colorings, the food dyes, causing behavioral issues, problems with inattentiveness, okay? Not being focused, ADHD, all types of problems behaviorally, because what it does, it affects the brain function. It also causes basically neural behavior effects, okay, in the body. So that affects the brain, obviously, and the chemicals, and just totally disrupts the function of the brain over time with lots of use of it. So like I said, it also not only causes DNA or can cause DNA damage and cancer down the line, but and trigger those things. It also triggers adverse reactions, okay, by stressing organs of the body, the kidney, the liver. You need those major organs to function properly in the body for overall health and nutrition. Well, I'm here to share with you more about what you can do, how to prevent these things from getting in your body, and then what you can use instead. I'll get to more of that as I go through this, but I want to continue on. So it causes problems with the organs, okay? It alters the body's chemistry, causing organ toxicity. And also, so basically you're getting lots of toxins from so many of those chemicals that are man-made, not natural, okay? So it's ultimately causing gut inflammation, digestive issues, problems with the microbiome, your gut microbiome, which is so important to have the right types of prebiotic and probiotic bacteria, good bacteria more than bad bacteria. So when children and even adults are getting too much of these food dyes and artificial colorings, it's causing problems with their digestive tract. Is causing problems with their digestive lining, their digestion, the microbes, okay, in the gut, all right? It's so key, so very important that you have a healthy gut microbiome, healthy gut, good gut bacteria. And so what it does is it alters that. It causes inflammation in the gut, problems in the digestion, okay? And what it is so high in sugar and so many bad chemicals and harmful substances that it raises the blood sugar, causes too much sugar, which ultimately causes hyperactivity. And it has more sugar than it has fiber and protein, fiber, the things the body needs, okay? Minerals, vitamins, fiber, very important. Fiber is good for digestion. When you get a lot of fiber, when kids get a lot of fiber, or people in general, it causes better digestion in the body. We need more fiber, okay? Very important. And these foods are lacking that fiber, lacking the minerals, the vitamins our bodies need to thrive, okay? In order to have excellent, vibrant health, okay? That's so important. Like I always say, your health is your wealth, and your children's health is so important. Okay. And we need to take the time to invest in our children's health and learn more about ways that we can help our children be safe when it comes to food, not to hurt their bodies, and to go ahead and invest in that. Okay. Look into that research. Okay. I'm going to tell more about that, but that is so very important. All right. Because we know that, and maybe some of you don't know that in other countries, like I mentioned before, countries like Europe, they ban these chemicals. They ban these artificial dyes. They are banned. It's in the food labels. All right. It's a food warning label they have on their food products. They ban these type of substances. They're so dangerous, all right? So we want to stay away from these types of substances. We want to stay away from them because they ultimately cause terrible chronic inflammation, okay? They wreak havoc in the body over time, constant use of these things, all right? Again, these are ultra processed foods, which is all over the place. Everywhere we look, there's ultra processed foods. But we can make better choices. We can choose better, healthier alternatives for our families, for the ones we love, for ourselves as role models, for the ones we love, our children, okay, who are so important to us. It should start now while they're young. Don't wait till they're much older. Start now while they're young. So when you start young, as they get older, they'll continue to make healthy habits, have healthy habits, and make healthier choices and look for healthier alternatives when they choose the foods they're going to consume. All right. So let's start now. All right. Let's start now taking charge of our health. So what I want to share now, as I already shared with what it can cause, what they do cause in the body. All right. The brain, the digestive tract, the organs in your body. Okay. What it does to them, the inflammation, the disease. I want to talk to you now about what you can use instead to help your children, to help your own self. To bring health to your bodies, health to the cells of your body, bring life to the cells of your body, bring life to your children's bodies, keep them healthy, all right? What we want to focus on and look for in these labels, we've got to read the food labels. We've got to read the labels in our food. We want to be able to pronounce the food. If you can't pronounce the ingredients or the labels, the food ingredients, if you can't pronounce them, then we really shouldn't be buying them. We really shouldn't be consuming them and giving them to our children, okay? Because we can't even pronounce it. And even if we can pronounce it, we know that it's not real. If it's not real food, we shouldn't be consuming it. It needs to be real food with pure ingredients, all right? As pure as possible. Organic, preferably. Organic food, okay? Food in its healthiest state, in its whole state. Real food. We want to look for real food to serve our children, to give our children, all right? Our next generation that's coming after us. And we want to invest in their future, rather, to prepare them for their future, to make right choices, better choices, okay? So they'll choose foods that have pure ingredients, all right? We want to start now. We want to get them looking for that and start now as an adult looking for that in the labels. So go ahead and make sure you look for pure ingredients, organic preferably, foods that you can pronounce. All right. Plant-based foods are very important. Vegan, plant-based foods. Okay. Foods that bring health and vibrant, health and wholeness to every cell in the body, every cell, every organ, all right, throughout the whole body, bringing life to the body and not hurting, not harming the body, and over time causing so much disease, all right, that can be prevented. Those diseases can be prevented. Okay, any health condition can be prevented with the right choices, with the right food, consuming the right foods, all right? So you want to get foods that are plant-based as much as possible, all right? Non-GMO, not genetically modified. And now they're putting on the boxes or these different types of foods that you buy, they're putting bioengineered. Okay, bioengineered products is the same as genetically modified. So bioengineered is the same as GMO. We want to stay away from foods that are GMO, genetically modified, synthetically made, man-made, not real. That's not real food, basically. So we want to stay away from artificial food dyes, obviously, and choose foods that have colors made from plant sources, okay? For example, beetroot is a very good dye in a real food, actually, that you can put into foods in place of or as an alternative to the artificial dyes. The synthetic coloring was very dangerous for the body, okay? So beetroot is an example, okay, to use as a natural dye, all right? So try to get colors made from plant sources, real food, okay? Those kind of type of food colorings, real food, vegan, organic, pure ingredients, okay? Food in its whole state, all right? Because we have to remember and know that food is actually medicine, okay? Something I normally say a lot, I usually commonly say is this phrase, okay? Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. Real food, whole food, the food that came from the earth that God made, that grows from the earth, okay, is medicine. The herbs, the seeds, of course, the fruits and vegetables, all right, they are all real food, and it's real food that is actually medicine for the body. God designed our bodies to heal themselves with given the right foods, okay, the right healthy foods, okay, taken and consumed. Your body's made to heal itself. All right. So with the right knowledge and the right education, we can choose to make better choices and choose healthier alternatives. It's so very important for the life of our children, for our own lives, for our own sakes, to be the role models for our children, for our families. It needs to start now. We need to start this now, taking charge of not only our health, but our family's health, our children's health, what we give them, what we put in their lunch boxes, what we buy at the store for them, what we put in their what they consume when they go to school, all right, and their lunches, and what they eat at home. And we need to take into consideration everything we're buying and read everything we're buying. Read the labels. Take the time to read the ingredients. It's worth it. All right. Our health is our wealth, and it's okay to invest in the health of your children, to invest in your health. It has awesome, amazing effects in the life and for the future, for the future of our children, our families, okay? We've got to invest in this and take the time to do it. Because like I always say, when you know better, you do better. All right, so read the labels. Take the time to research. Start now. Get healthier habits, okay? Make the choice to make the healthier habits now, all right? While there's still time to learn all these things, to educate yourself and be knowledgeable about what we should consume on a daily basis, okay? Foods are going to bring health to the body, not harm the body, not expose the body to high levels of toxicity and things that cause problems in the organs, that cause problems to the organs of our bodies, all right? We want to start now. Do your research, okay? Read the labels, all right? I just want to encourage you to do that. Make this a lifestyle. Make this an everyday lifestyle, a daily habit, to always check what you're consuming before you buy, okay? Because if we don't take the time to do this, down the road, we'll have problems. We'll have all types of health problems, chronic conditions, and ultimately, hopefully not, but ultimately it can cause death in some, if used over time. But it's just so important to to prevent these things from happening, and it can happen now just by our choices, our actions. Okay, so stay away from red 40, yellow 5 and 6. These are just some examples of food dyes and different food colorings. Stay away from those things. Artificial colorings, synthetic chemicals. Stay away from anything that's not natural. All right, they didn't come from the earth. All right, your health is your wealth. Okay, so very important. And please, like, share, and subscribe. Tell others about this. Give other people this information. Share this with others. Please pass it on. Spread the word about the dangers and the negative effects of food dyes, artificial colorings. And let's be let's be dye free. Let's eat foods that are free of dyes, okay? And let's eat to live and not live to just to eat food. Let's eat to live and bring life to every cell of our body, okay? I just want to encourage you to do that. All right, and look out for more upcoming programs and shows where I'll be telling more about ways to have optimal health, to make healthy choices, how to have a healthy lifestyle, all right, and how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, and what foods to consume, what foods not to consume on a daily basis to make this a lifestyle. So be encouraged. Keep a lookout for these type of programs. Like I said before, please like, subscribe, and share. Know that your health is your wealth, and you can take charge of it today, one life at a time. Your life and the life of the ones you love. Okay? Stay tuned. Be encouraged, and you can do this. All right? And I care about your health. That is my passion, to bring joy to your health. God bless you.